Hi, everybody. All right, so I've asked around for a long time what the official name is for the Canadian dollar. Everybody says that there is no official name for the Canadian dollar. Everybody calls it a dollar. And I said, all right, well, what's the name for the Canadian dollar coin? Didn't really say anything, even though it says dollar on it. Turns out the official name is actually a loonie. I'm sure most people knew that interchange coins and, have to deal with Canada and stuff, but for me, I didn't actually know the name of the actual coin. And it's actually a little bit important, according to this story, because the dollar value, or the loonie value for that matter, is actually going up, and it's expected to go from 1.7% at the end of 2016 to 2.3% growth in 2017. This coming from Canada's central bank. Basically, the Canadian dollar reacted positively into the news, erasing earlier losses, and remained just above 78 cents US, up around 8 cents from a January low of 70 cents, and rising dollar has been fueled by stabilizing oil prices, which have hovered around $40 in recent months. So this is actually pretty damn good. I haven't had to exchange Canadian bills in a while. I would have guessed the dollar value was still the same as it was about a year ago. Evidently not so much. But, like I said, I haven't even, I have Canada about an hour from me. It's about an hour given, check in for Border Patrol and everything else. It's roughly an hour. To get down to Windsor would take me probably better part of 35 minutes. So you would just about say it is an hour. Especially if you're going to the casinos and got a park and everything else. So Canada's central bank announced it would keep key interest rates at 5%. As the economy showed signs of improvement. The central bank predicting the country's real gross domestic product, GDP, to expand to 1.7% in 2016, up to 1.4% and 2.3% in growth in 2017. So this is actually pretty good. So basically, from the 1.4%, they expect another rise of 1.7% in 2016, and it's expected to go up to 2.3% from where it is currently when it goes there in 2017. So things are looking good for the Canadian dollar and the loonie thereof. I don't know whether or not the loonie is a separate currency issue from the regular currency. I don't believe it is. I think it's just the way they portray it here. But I was wondering how Canada's first quarter went, because I know America's first quarter was basically in the toilet. So it does appear that the positive forces at work in the economy are starting to outweigh the negative. First quarter GDP growth appears to have been unexpectedly strong. I'll show you the statement. Now, I don't know how much sugarcoating these guys do on this, but I'll show you both, because there's an opening statement from the Monetary Policy Report press conference opening statement. That's a mouthful. So this is coming from the Bank of Canada, Bank du Canada. It's also available in PDF, and you can see that it's actually quite good. Doesn't have a whole lot of facts and figures, so I'm not going to run through it. However, it looks like the Canadian dollar is at least rebounding. I don't see it actually going to 1.7% or 2.3%. I see it at around 1.8 through about 2017. But that's my prediction because remember, we had a bad first quarter, so that knocked everything out. And from a bad first quarter, what do we have? We have a struggle uphill. That's going to take at least another half a month. So that's going to take that 2.3 prediction and shrink it down to about a 1.8 or 1.9. And that's going to toss off the 2.3 in 2017 to that or around 2.0 or 2.1 or 2.2. I do not see a growth of, say, the 2.3 predicted. I could be wrong. It could be a 2.6 for all I know in 2017, but I do not see that happening. Thank you.